one of two equinoxes that we have each year. This would be vernal equinox.
Right.
Equinox meaning equal time, and that's it, isn't it?
That's it, correct, and
12 hours of sunlight, 12 hours of night.
throughout the earth, and the other side we'll get the autumnal, and that'll come up in September.
That's right. So let's take a look at it. What's going on here. Of course, the Earth. You get the sun coming up and through. You guys saw the first of this, and there it is. You get pretty much sun hitting the Earth. Poles and equator have an equal amount of daylight and sunlight.
Yeah, the axis is perpendicular at that point, and so you'll see the sun's rays are directly over the equator. Now, as we go into the summer, that tilt will begin as the Earth continues to rotate around the sun, and we'll get more hours of sunlight in the northern hemisphere.
Especially the northern hemisphere, where it's amazing. A place like Barrow have light all day and
Yes.
all night. Unlike in the winter where they are in complete darkness.
Yeah, how'd you like to be there?
I don't know if I could do that, my friend. I really don't.
Hello and peace be unto you. I'm Hassan Rashid, your host, and this is once again your Human Service News and Information broadcast at Cctv. It's excellent being here with you, and it's such a great achievement to come into your lives like we do here daily at Cctv. And with that, I extend out a universal, international, cordial of peace out to you, and that is peace be unto you. Okay, first, before we get into the subject of my broadcast, today I'd like to send out my condolence, deepest sympathies, and deepest condolence to all the folks that were lost lives, property in the two recent Boeing aircraft unnatural disasters that is crashing in Ethiopia and in Indonesia. And also, I'd like to send out my deepest condolence to those victims of the recent natural disaster down in down south way, Alabama and those places down there. They had a terrible hurricane which resulted in the loss of many lives, and also the airplane crash that resulted in the loss of many lives and property. Once again, my condolences go out to all of those folks, their families, their friends, their relatives, and loved ones, and their neighbors, etc., all those who are directly and indirectly affected. Okay, once again, welcome. This is your Human Service News and Information, and it's good to have you with us once again. Okay, I'd like to make another announcement, but I'm going to switch, and I think this is a little bit more urgent, because today at 5 o'clock, 6 p.m., there's going to be a town hall type meeting, and this is going to be in the 5 Calendar Street. That's the community center, and this this is a town hall meeting is going to feature 5th District of Massachusetts congressional representative Representative Catherine Clark, and also it's gonna feature that's the Ayanna Presley, okay, and she's a representative of the what district is that? It's not our district here in Cambridge, but I guess her district does cover some places in Cambridge. But so there's going to be 2 representatives from Congress. They're going to be at a town hall meeting tonight at 6 o'clock. This is urgent, and I wanted to get this ahead of the other the items that I have to share with you. So you get on out to the Cambridge Community Center at 6 p.m. Catherine Clark, 5th District Congressional Representative, and Miss Representative Ayanna Presley. I'm not sure what the number of her congressional district is, but I'm sure you all are aware of Representative Presley. And they're going to be there, and they're going to be talking about women's economic empowerment, okay? Women's economic empowerment. That's going to be the theme of this town hall meeting. So you're invited to come on out to 5 Calendar Street, and that's at the community center. So excuse me once again, and I made a terrible mistake. It's not as urgent as I assumed it would be. But this is tomorrow. This is going to happen tomorrow, okay? I just looked at the date. I got it wrong. I'm so obsessed with the vernal equinox, which is today, really officially at the 5:53. p.m. It'll be officially spring. But tomorrow, March 21st, 6 p.m. at the 5 Cambridge, that's the Cambridge Community Center, they're going to feature a town hall meeting with two of our greatest state representatives, congressional representative Catherine Clark and Miss Representative Ian Presley. So you're invited to join all of Cambridge for a women's empowerment town hall, Cambridge Hall in Cambridge. Okay, we're gonna. Okay. So perhaps I'll remind you once again about this town hall meeting before we go off the air. But right now, I'd like to turn to something that's happening right here at CCTV. You know, it's election time here once again at CCTV. That's when CCTV elects its board members, board of directors. Okay, so if you like to participate in the voting, etc., and come out and I guess that's the annual meeting here at CCTV is gonna. That's April 24th, where you can come out and join the election and observe the election. Okay, so the last deadline, if you know someone, if you want to nominate yourself to become a member of the board, CCTV's board of directors, you have until March 25th, deadline for broadcast board nomination forms, and you can pick these forms up right here at CCTV 438 Massachusetts nomination forms, or you can get them on at the. You can email to info@cctvcambridge.org or mail to CCTV 438 and requesting. Well, you don't have much time now. I suggest that you come on in 438 Mass and request a nomination form so that you can get your favorite candidate up for election to Cambridge. CCTV's board of directors. So March 26th, information on nominations will be made available to members. April 24th, remember those dates now. Annual meeting board nominees will present themselves to the membership for consideration, and a vote will be held. Okay, I'm sure you'll be hearing more about it on other broadcasts here at CCTV. Okay, so that's I wanted to convey that message to you before we go off the air, that there is a CCTV Board of Directors election. So if you'd like additional information on that, you can email. Okay, once again, while it's still fresh on my mind, you can email info@cctcambridge. CCTV. Email information at cctcambridge.org, or you can call 617-661-6900 and request nomination information about nominating someone for the CCTV's board of directors. Okay. Okay. We've done that. Okay. First off, in human service news information, momentum increasing to undo new federal tax on nonprofits. Nonprofits in Massachusetts and elsewhere that currently are obligated to pay 21% federal tax on the value of previously untaxed transportation benefits, such as free parking, that may provide staff may get a reprieve if proposed legislation working its way through Congress is enacted to law. The new tax law, as well as a new way of calculating unrelated income streams, were included in the 2017 Tax Cut and Job Act, which took effect last year. Legislation has been introduced in the House of Representatives and the Senate to repeal the fringe benefit tax and the unrelated business income tax called UBIT. That's UBIT. According to recently completed research in independent sector, national membership organization of nonprofit foundations and corporations, the new tax on parking and transit benefits will divert an average of about $12,000 away from each nonprofit mission per year, and as a percentage of budget size is a bigger burden to smaller nonprofits. About 10% of 700 nonprofits surveyed by independent sector reported they are considering dropping these entirely. Okay, so the National Organization of Human Service Journal of Human Services, the editors of the Journal of Human Services would like to invite you to submit manuscripts for publications in 2019 edition. Please note the submission deadline is April 1st, 2019. The author's guideline can be found at www.nationalhumanservices.org/journal-guidelines. Thank you for your consideration to the field. That's a little note from the National Journal of Human Services. They're requesting manuscripts. So if you'd like to submit some manuscripts for publication 2019 edition, you are invited to contact the for author guidelines. You're invited to go to the website and contact the www.nationalhumanservice.org/journal-guidelines. Okay, Baker rejects injection sites. You remember that here? That a big headline in the Cambridge Chronicles about the mayor going up to Montreal and studying injection sites to try to bring this back to Cambridge and to Massachusetts. But Governor Baker said, no. Baker rejects injection sites. Okay, Governor Charlie Baker brushed aside last Wednesday a proposal for Massachusetts to allow supervised injection sites for drug users. The Republican told reporters the proposal is illegal under federal law, and he wants to focus on actions the state is taking to curb overdose death. Okay, so I guess that's a no-no for Cambridge since the governor rejected injection sites. Okay, you know what injection sites is? A place that drug users, I guess mainline drug users, can go and inject themselves on the streets. They call it shoot up drugs, various forms of opiates. Okay, put it that way. Okay, men at Plymouth prison sue state officials over civil commitments. Okay, 10 men who say they were involuntarily committed to a Plymouth prison instead of a drug and alcohol treatment facilities are suing several state agencies and officials claiming their rights were violated. The men housed deep within the Miles Standish State Forest in a facility called the Massachusetts Alcohol and Substance Abuse Center alleged widespread mistreatment, appalling conditions, and inadequate treatments. The class-action lawsuit claims that a civil commitment for addiction treatment to a prisoner under law known as Section 35 is a violation of due process and unlawful disability discrimination and unlawful discrimination against gender since the state passed a law prohibiting sending civility committed women to correctional facilities. Section 35 is considered a tool of last resort that allows family members, police officers, and doctors to ask a judge to force someone into substance abuse treatment for up to 90 days, usually against their will. The majority of civil commitment men, the majority of civilly committed men in Massachusetts end up at low security prisons in Plymouth. The facility run by the State Department of Correction houses about 200 men being treated for substance use and a small number of prisoners. So that's men at Plymouth prison sue state officials over civil commitments. Okay, they say that they were supposed to be in a drug treatment facility, and the law enforcement, the judicial system sent them to jail. Okay, save date. June 3rd, Nonprofit Awareness Day at a celebration of nonprofit excellence. So you're invited to save the date. The Massachusetts Nonprofit Network annual public awareness event recognizing the impact and contribution of Massachusetts nonprofit sector, Mondays, June 3rd at the Massachusetts State House during the day. During the day, Nonprofit Excellence Awards will be presented to organizations of professionals that exemplify excellence in nonprofit work. The preceding sponsor of the presenting sponsor of Nonprofit Awareness Day, a celebration of nonprofit excellence, is Citizen Bank. Okay, and so I think this is going to transpire at the State House. State House, June 3rd. So you save that date. Okay, keynote speaker, Councilman Lydia Edwards. Okay, Boston City Council. Councilor Lydia Edwards has spent her entire career as an advocate, activist, and as a voice on behalf of society's most vulnerable. She serves as the deputy director within the mayor's office of housing stability, where she was responsible for developing and delivering innovative solutions to fight displacement, and brought together all stakeholders, landlords, management companies, housing authorities, and tenants. Councilor Edwards worked as a public interest attorney with Greater Boston Legal Service. She served as a statewide campaign coordinator for the Massachusetts Coalition for Domestic Workers, which advocated for the passage of Domestic Workers' Bill of Rights. In 2005, she received an honorable mention for Bostonian of the Year by the Boston Globe. Councilor Edward graduated from American University, Washington College of Law, and received an LLM in taxation from Boston University School of Law. On the Boston City Council, she chairs the Committee of Housing Community Development. So I guess you're wondering why I'm reading off this information, all this biography of Councilman woman Lydia Edwards. Well, I think she's going to be a keynote speaker at the 2019 Fair Housing and Civil Rights Conference. That's Friday, April 12th, Western New England University Law School, 1215 Wilbraham Road, Springfield, Massachusetts. You know, normally this particular conference, Fair Housing Civil Rights Conference, is absolutely free, but I guess there's some type of money crunch coming down on the Massachusetts Commission Against Discrimination. So this year, they're going to charge a $25 registration fee. So for more information, you're invited about this conference. You're invited to go to the website, FHCRCON conference at .com. FHCR conference at .com. Once again, FHCRconference.com. So you're invited to register, okay? Go there and register, and don't forget there's a $25 fee this year. That's not bad, $25. It's not bad at all. So now is the 13th year of the Fair Housing and Civil Rights Conference continues to bring together people who share a commitment to protecting and furthering the rights of all Americans, both regionally and nationwide. The conference provides an opportunity to hear speakers from a wide range of disciplines discuss the state or fair housing and civil rights in America today and share their ideas on how to effectuate change at both a local and national level. This year's conference has particular reason to celebrate in that 2019 is a special date for two of its co-sponsors. It is the 30th anniversary for the Massachusetts Fair Housing Center and the 100th anniversary for Western New England University, to which the conference returns this year. So you want to know why as a fee, why a fee this year when it's been free in the past? Well, here's their explanation. Unfortunately, support and funding sources we have in the past are no longer available. In order for us to hold the FHCR conference this year, we must change a registration fee of $25. This includes morning and luncheon, plenary luncheon, and morning and afternoon workshops. If funding allows, we hope to offer the conference free of charge in future years. We appreciate your understanding for this change. Okay, so that's the once again, that's the 2019 Fair Housing and Civil Rights Conference. And these conferences are also put on by Massachusetts Commission Against Discrimination, acronym MCAD, okay, MCAD. Okay, I'm Hassan Rashid. You know, this is Human Service News and Information. You know, we half an hour, you can't do everything, but we can just give you a general synopsis of what Human Service News and Information is all about. But you know, there are the weeks to come, and as we as we age together, we will learn and grow intellectually together right here at your Human Service News and Information. You know, one more thing, the Cambridge Digs Deep. You remember that? They had 2 installments of this prior. Well, the third installment of Cambridge Dig Deep is March 21st. That's tomorrow, 5:30 to 8 p.m. And this is going to be at the City Hall in the Sullivan. Excuse me. Wait a minute. No, this is going to be at 459 Broadway, Cambridge, Mass. 02138 neighborhood. Okay, so those of you who have been following the Cambridge Dig Deep series, which is an event that's been sponsored by the mayor, Mayor McGovern, and City Councilwoman Cctv. Okay, so this is the third installment, and it's going to be at the Cambridge Wren and Latin School, main cafeteria 459, and that's from 5:30 to 8 p.m. 459 Broadway, Cambridge, Mass. And that's right next door to the Cambridge main library. Of course, so that's once again Cambridge Digs Deep. Okay, that's the title of this Cambridge. So I guess the theme of this third installment is entitled Cambridge Affinity Speeches Exploring Identities and Communities. That's Cambridge Affinity Speeches Exploring Identities and Communities. The fourth, okay, excuse me, I'm saying third installment. I must have missed one somewhere along the line. So this is the fourth installment. The fourth in a series of conversations on equity, diversity, and inclusion. This session supports groups in being able to say the things that need to be said in an affinity community. Affinity groups not only support restorative healing, but it also supports groups in being able to understand and discuss our own identities as well as other perspectives. We will process the content from the first 2 sessions in our affinity groups, quote, okay, unquote. It is suggested that if you didn't attend, you should at least watch Dr. Ann's keynote video to provide context for this discussion. So it all happens tomorrow. That's the Dig Deep series, okay? Cambridge Affinity Spaces Exploring Identities, and they're at I think they're at the City Hall. God, City Hall must be. Somebody at City Hall must be thinking about me. They're at the Cambridge Wren and Latin School. Okay, 459 Broadway. So you make sure you get on out and join those folks at Cambridge Digs Deep, an event sponsored by the mayor of City of Cambridge and City Councilwoman Cctv. Okay, another little thing I'd like to share with you. You're going to be hearing more about this come, but the National Association of Colored People, the NAACP, they're going to hold their national convention in Boston next year. Okay, next year, that's 2020, Boston to host NAACP convention. So you'll be hearing more about that here at your Human Service News and Information, and I'm sure someone else, CCTV, will pick up on it too. You know, I'm Hassan Rashid, and I always leave you with the fact that you always keep your nose clean, play it straight, and don't forget to assist someone in need of your help. Until next time, I leave you as I came, and that is with the International Cordial of Peace. Peace be unto you.